we're watching The Boys. I mean, at night.
The
Me and Dave.
Boys?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm watching Boys all the time, so I don't need more of them.
You're watching those boys.
Yeah, I don't need more. The
More
testosterone level
boys.
in this house is excessive.
Yeah, I guess I grew up in a very estrogen heavy house.
Right, and
'Cause
now it's flipped.
now it's flipped. Yeah. Yeah, I never understood those homes with the boys just fighting, just like wrestling each
Just
other all the
always
time.
wrestling. Yeah.
Just always wrestling and
Mhm.
fighting but I mean it was the 90s, there was no intervention with the fighting. They just let them fight it out.
Right, but I think that is what you're supposed to do.
It didn't turn out well for the the ones
Or
that
are
I
you
dated.
talking about specific people?
I might be, but I'm not gonna
Oh,
say.
okay,
But like
okay.
I don't know, the aggression when it runs unchecked. But that's different. That's like people that where like they have like a more absent father or something.
Oh, no, that's the absent father explains everything all the time.
But that's the 90s. I mean, but daddy's at work, like
And maybe even before that. I mean, my dad was around, but maybe that was unusual.
my dad made sure he was home for dinner, but then he'd start working again after in his home office.
Were you allowed to go into his home office?
It was part of the bedroom, so like there wasn't much reason to venture over there. But I remember seeing his electronic pencil sharpener, and that was exciting in his office.
Ooh.
So I mean, he'd show me stuff. So I think if any of us wanted to go there, he was kind of delighted to be like, "You want to see my nerdy stuff over here?" Like,
Okay. So he didn't
yeah.
get, like, mad at you for interrupting him? You don't have memories of him, like, yelling at you to
I mean,
leave him alone?
well, interesting. No, I don't have memories of that. But I'm sure I never would have interrupted him. I mean, so there must have been a time where they stopped me from doing that.
Right, or did you block that memory out because it
Maybe.
was so traumatic for you?
There was more stuff of like, let your mother sleep. Like, 'cause my mother could never sleep. So if she was asleep, like don't make a sound.
Okay, yeah, this sounds familiar to me.
Yeah.
For
It's
my
more
mother, but also for me.
yeah, there you go. Well,
Like,
what my
even
mother has
yesterday
oh yeah, go ahead.
no, just Mike was telling the older child like, he was reminding him, like, later in the day, he was like, "You woke her up." 'Cause
Oh
he
god.
slammed the door. Like, he just kept bringing it up, and I was like, "I'm acting fine, like, for not having gotten an ideal amount of sleep. I thought I was functioning okay," but he just kept bringing it up. But letting the mother sleep, it's very important.
I wanted to say also that I was wrong last episode. My high school was not 8 to 5.
I'm sure anyone listening
I'm sure you're
didn't
all
believe
keeping
you.
track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of very I walked up the hill both ways of me.
Right, yeah.
Everything
9 miles.
9 miles. Everything was harder for old Rena.
So how did you find out that your high school wasn't 8 hours a day?
In the middle of the night, it's funny. I really do feel like motherhood has lobotomized me because the thought kind of just like surfaced like a fart in a swimming pool, like right in the middle of the night. And I was like, wait, it wasn't really that long. And then I was like, I tried looking on the website and then finally I like Googled it and figured out. And I was like, no, it's 8 to 4. It's 8 to 4. Yeah.
Oh,
8 to
well,
5 is crazy.
that is 8 hours. And that is
Yeah.
still crazy. That is well,
It is
okay,
still too long, but it's not 9 hours. Like,
my
but it
school
is
is
too long.
7:20 to 2:20,
Yeah, that's public
which is
school. Yeah.
that's a long time. That's 7 hours.
Yeah. So it's 1 more hour, I guess, a day for years. Okay, I guess I
It
still
adds
feel
up.
like I had it
It
worse.
adds up. I understand.
Yeah. I
Well,
just really hated that school. I mean,
is there anything else you wanna say about it?
No, I want to hear about you also hated school, right? So I'm not alone in this.
Oh
Right?
yeah, no. Well, high school wasn't as bad. I mean, I guess I still did hate it, but not as much as elementary school. I had a lot more trouble.
Okay. And did you have a middle school?
So in Arizona, it's weird. The schools are K through 8, and they put the 7th and 8th graders. Okay, for me, we were in like portables. We were in like a separate area. Um,
That
just
sounds like
these like,
toilets.
I know. And that's kind of how it felt, because it just felt like my head was being shoved into a toilet every
Lush.
day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um, in
Ugh.
those portables. But they're like, like little buildings, and it was like 2 units in each building. So one side was one classroom and the other side was another classroom. And there were a bunch of these, and those were the 7th and 8th grade classrooms.
So it's kind of like a junior high situation.
Yeah,
Like,
that was our like junior high area, and we were separate from the sweet innocent elementary school children, but it was
okay.
still the same school. And then so you're still with, you're with just all of the same people that you've been with since you started school.
Okay.
Like at least I think, because people in California, they go to like middle school, and then it gets bigger, and then you can like meet new friends.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of cool.
And there's more like middle school extracurriculars, where like for us, we didn't really have like,
It was
we weren't
like the
like putting
same
on
old.
plays and like doing, cool extracurriculars in middle school.
Mm, that does sound cool. Yeah. In Montreal, it's elementary till sixth grade, and then high school is just
The rest
7
of
to
it?
11. Yep. Well, you're
Oh,
done after 11. So you're done a year
okay.
earlier.
So you have like 12-year-olds mixing with 17-year-olds?
17-year-olds. Yeah. It's not good. Let me
How did
tell you.
that really?
Well, it's right when you're hitting puberty. I mean, like, so it's
And then
just
you're with
very
much older teens. Yeah.
much older, and you're like, my youth, my childhood, like,
Right.
it's
Just
just
immediately. It's just gone.
it's
Yeah.
just
No, that's too
existential
young.
crisis. Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's not
don't
good.
I do think you should preserve the innocence for a bit longer. And then yeah, were there like 17-year-old boys going after 12-year-old girls? Like, did
Not
that happen?
12-year-old.
Okay.
No, but there was for sure. No, I don't think so. Maybe a couple years older, but not in seventh grade. Like, I don't
Okay.
think
So there
so.
seemed to be an
Or
understanding that
yeah,
didn't
they
really
seem
happen.
so much older at that age. I don't know. But honestly, I was like a little out to lunch. I mean, we all just had eating disorders that year. Like,
In 7th
I
grade,
just
like as
I
soon
just
as you
want
got
to remind
to.
you that I am on the darker half of my dark side right now, so I'm going to lean dark with everything that I
Yeah.
say.
Okay.
Everything seems bad right now. Sad, bad, not good. Anyway, so yeah, we all had eating disorders, but that might be a Jewish day school thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it does sound like. I mean, yeah, I'm sure surely I had some weird stuff with food in high
Seventh.
school.
Mm.
Yeah, probably a little. It probably started around 8th grade with
Yeah,
like counting. Like I counted every calorie I consumed for
it's a
like
tough time.
years.
Oh my god, where did you learn about that? Like, it must have been from like what, like Oprah? How did you know
Oprah,
about
yeah,
like
a lot of Oprah.
calories?
Um, a lot of The View and then, and magazines, I
Magazines,
read.
yes. I remember looking at 17 magazine and just like crying.
Yeah, no, they were very much like, here's how to achieve like
Yeah,
the
the
perfect figure,
perfect.
and like here's like a plan to consume the right amount of
It's
calories.
so bad. I mean, like the amount of sadness I had over this tiny little bump I had on my stomach. Like I see
Mhm,
pictures of my bat
mhm.
mitzvah. I had it at 13 because my parents were progressive, and like it's just I'm like I was skinny. Like there was like I just had like internal organs. you
Right,
know,
literally, yeah.
it's so
And
stupid.
you were still like developing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my face was doing weird stuff,
Sure.
like sometimes the ears grow before the face, or like there's just like weird, like arrhythmic things happening visually. but like I looked healthy and fine. Like there was nothing. I don't in my mind. I just had such dysmorphia. I feel like it was
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. But everybody did then.
Very
That
cool.
was the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah. I just had like a teeny tiny little bit. I would look at pictures of
Yeah.
my teeny tiny belly sticking out over my jeans and just be
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god, I'm so fat."
Yes.
It's crazy.
No, I mean like the girls that got attention in my grade had like their knee bones were sticking out. They were so skinny. Like it was crazy.
So you're like, if I want like attention from boys,
Yeah, they
so you're
all
like,
the
I
boys
want
in my
that.
school. Yeah, they liked like the skeletal look. Like I don't know.
I think I told you, but not when we were recording last week, that I got made fun of for being very skinny too, like in elementary school. And I
Oh,
was like,
see.
they told me like you're the second skinniest. So maybe I was like, well, I'm not the first skinniest. Like that it was like they were saying it like it was a bad thing, like you're the second skinniest girl in the school.
In elementary school.
Yeah, yeah, in elementary school.
And then in high school the tables turned, like, and you were
Oh
like, am
yeah.
I still
Well
the
then
second skinniest?
there was a big change because going to the high school, it was very different because there were a lot more like wealthier people who went to the school because of just the way the boundaries worked out.
Mm.
It's like I was going to school with a lot more like richer people.
Oh yeah.
So they were all like very cute and tiny and like
Yeah.
had access to products that I didn't.
I feel like there could be a dissertation on like weight, aesthetic, and class and how it changes. I'm not gonna write it. Somebody probably already has multiple times.
Yeah, no, look at Substack. I'm sure there's something in there.
Oh yeah, Substack. Hmm. But yeah, that's
I started one. I'll send it to you.
okay. Did you write something on it?
Yeah, just
What did you write?
one little post. It's just the introductory post.
Oh,
And I linked to our podcast in my profile,
oh,
like as
that's
my
good.
website. So yeah, I'm creating a boy mom media empire.
Empire. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. So you gotta get on Substack too.
you're gonna be a girl boss boy mom.
Girl boss boy mom. Because like you said, girl boss boy mom.
Girl boss boy mom. A boy
I mean,
mom. That's
we talk about, or I always talk about how like it seems like boy moms are always working.
yeah.
So I need to
Oh,
finally fulfill my
gotta
destiny
do it. Yeah.
of always
Paige.
sitting with my laptop. Like it throws off the children. They're like, "Why do you have your laptop open?" Like because they're like, "That's what daddy does. Daddy sits in front of a laptop." And it's
That's funny.
confusing to see mommy like
Mm.
I'm just supposed to be like reading a little novel or looking at my phone. I'm not
That
supposed to be
sounds
going typey
nice.
typey.
Right. Well, apparently before the like dishwasher and the washing machine and everything, being a mother was all about like industriousness, like getting all the house labor done. Like,
Right, and
can
that
you
was,
can you
like,
make the
enough.
bread?
Right. Yeah, you didn't get bored because you had to do stuff.
You
You
had
had to be
well,
working
and
around the house.
probably had barely any time to watch your kids. That's probably why little kids are like, "How do I help? Can I help?" Like,
Oh,
there
yeah,
must be.
because 'cause they're supposed to.
They're supposed to be like grinding the grains or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. But now that those things are so much easier to do, that's why we go crazy because that's what we're supposed to be doing, but because
Yes.
everything is done for us now, we're just like
We're just spinning our wheel. We're just used.
Mhm.
We've made ourselves obsolete.
Right, or become overly focused on the children.
Yes, yeah. Or yeah. I'm worried. I wonder. But it's so fun to focus on the children.
I mean, they are fun, but it's good because when you move here, I will be wanting to talk to you all the time, and then you won't be able to pay
Right.
attention to your child as
You'll be
much.
my focus. Yeah. I'll raise you, Paige.
And then he'll resent me. All of the like daughters of the moms that I like to talk to, like they'll say that's not true, Paige, but like they hate me because I talk to their mom so much. So I wonder if that will happen to your child.
Ugh. I remember hating, like, if my mom was on the phone, just hating that she
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
on the phone with someone. Just get off the phone.
Wait, so
Read
how
me
does
my
your
book.
I guess I've witnessed that from your child when we're on the phone.
Oh yeah, he hates when I'm on the phone, but it's not as bad. I mean, but maybe I was older. I mean, if I'm remembering it, I must have been a little bit older.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I was definitely very annoyed. Or like if it was the end of synagogue and I like wanted to go home already and my parents were like chatting it up with the
Mhm.
other parents, I was so annoyed and so bored.
Right, because it didn't I know, and I always figure out, like I try to figure out the right way to approach that because kids need to learn how to be okay with their parents talking to other adults. Um, but I understand, like, when Mike gets mad at my older child for interrupting or when he's trying to, like, tell me something, and I'm like, "Well, he doesn't know what we're talking about, and he probably just wants to be included." Like, I understand why he would feel that way, but I don't know how
Oh
to strike the
yeah.
right balance of, like, well, we should be including him, but
I
also
guess it's
we
like
need to
teach
talk.
like show him what to say when you interrupt, like get him to be like, a pardon.
Oh, actually, so he did a really we had dinner,
Yeah.
uh, with a friend from our temple who is moving to Israel, very soon. So it was like a farewell dinner,
Okay.
and my older child sat next to him, and every time that he needed to say something to our friend, he said, "I need to tell you something," or like, "Can I tell you something?" And then he would be like, "Oh, sure, yes." And then he would say whatever. But I was like, and I told him I was so proud of him that he was just interjecting in a very polite way. I thought that was good.
Very thoughtful. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely not breeding that behavior. But as you've witnessed by my multiple interruptions every time you talk. But my house wasn't like that. It was very interrupty. I mean,
Right, everyone's talking over each other.
just like, "Bah, bah, bah, bah." Yeah, we're all listening to each other while we talk and just whatever. Yeah, not very conducive to podcast. But um, there's also like a shouty house. I'm trying to get rid of the shoutiness part. We're working on that. Yeah,
You
because
guys don't seem very shouty unless you really keep it under wraps.
we shout. For sure, we shout. Yeah. I mean, I also just naturally sometimes speak at a loud volume or speak with passion that
Mhm,
maybe
mhm.
sounds more shouty to my husband than I mean it to when I'm just like emphatic.
Yeah, no, no, you
But
gotta say what Mike always says when I think that he's yelling, and he's
yeah,
like, "You're being anti-Semitic," because this is that's just
it's a cultural difference. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, it's a cultural difference. I mean, yes. But
And
then also
people
like,
always thought Bernie Sanders was yelling and,
oh
like,
yeah, but
waving his
he's just
arms around too much.
oh, come on. Really? People said that?
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's so weird. I've
Yeah.
never thought that about him. It's hilarious. No, I mean, when
Such
people
an
speak, well,
aggressive
people aren't
man.
used to people speaking with passion anymore. I mean, it's very under the belt. These politicians, like,
Right, no, that's true. You're supposed to be low key, passive aggressive,
being calm. I mean,
and
ever
yeah.
since what was that guy's name who made that weird sound and then was forever discredited?
Oh, yeah, what's his name? Howard Dean?
Yes, Howard Dean. Yeah. What did he do again? It was like or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't wanna do an impression of
Okay,
the
fine.
sound he made, but I
Won't do
know
a
what
Howard
you're
Dean impression. But at this point, it wouldn't be defamation. I mean, he's like,
Oh,
it
yeah, we
already
have a
will.
soundboard now. I think I would be able to add it, I think.
Oh, the actual sound?
Yeah, I think if you yeah, you can just, like, insert
You can
the
insert
sound.
Howard Dean?
I could find a way. I could find a
Okay.
way.
Yeah, put it in there for our huge burgeoning audience.
Mhm,
So you know
mhm.
what we're talking about. But but I feel like ever since then, like nobody's taking any vocal risks, you know?
Right. You gotta stay down
Keep it
here.
chill. I mean, even with Kamala's laugh, everybody was like, or Kamala. I still don't
That
know how
was
to pronounce the
haunting.
first
That
name.
laugh was haunting.
I like the laugh, but I like I like a bit of mania. It's like it's comforting to me. But
She's very
that's
manic, very manic. But in a
I
way that
love a manic.
but it came from such a it just came from such a cynical place because she's
Her?
just
Romania?
yes. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
I really do not like her.
Oh, see, I like her, so we're on opposite ends of the.
So, yeah.
That's why. But I also like a manic. Like I said, like I love being around manic energy. It's like very fun to me. It doesn't bother me.
I mean,
Um,
but Trump gives us that.
I think I'm biased a little because she spent some time in Montreal, so that's gonna make me like a lot of people more.
No, to me, she was the dark when for the 20 in the 2020 primary, um, in which she did horribly. Like, didn't she drop out like first or second? Like, uh,
Oh, I don't know. I was
which
not
was,
keeping a close eye.
but that should have told you like that she would not be someone people would vote for in 2024, considering she didn't even crack the top like five in 2020.
I mean,
But
I
she was the one who
thought,
scared me the most.
yeah. No, I always thought Biden would win a second time and then step down, and then she'd be president. I thought that was like the plan.
Um,
I
no,
don't
that
know.
would have been, but it's like that's not people didn't vote for her. Like, and
Well,
that's what made it
I
such a
said that.
disaster last time because I'm like, no one even chose her to be running. Like,
He shouldn't have. Yeah, I mean, but he didn't know he wasn't gonna. Whatever. I mean, we all know.
yeah,
We all
yeah,
know what happened. He just should have never debated Trump. Like, and then he would
right.
have won. He just had to literally not talk in public until after the election, and then it would have been fine. I mean, or just run some. I don't know. Yeah. Well, what a mess. I mean, I mean, it's just been very overwhelming since then. Everything. I don't even know what to say about it. Huh.
Well, he's fine. Trump made it unscathed on Saturday, and
Oh yeah. Do you think it was staged?
no, no. I look forward though to learning more about the guy who did it.
Did you watch RFK running away without Cheryl Hines?
No.
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, I want to see
Oh
that.
yeah, he's got like a bunch of security people around him, like and like running off, and then she's got her head down. She puts her hands up. She's like, "Huh? Like, what about me?" You know,
Oh
he's just running.
man. Oh,
He
she's
did not
really been
care.
put through the ringer. Like,
He left her in the dust, like the same way Larry David's character would have. Like,
yeah, yeah, no. Right. No, she's living it.
it was like George Costanza with the fire. You know that episode?
I'm very slowly making my way through Seinfeld.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't spoil it for you then. You'll see.
Please don't. Please don't.
Well, it's
I've
very
only
funny.
had 30,
You've only had 40
30
years
years
or
to.
whatever.
Okay, so please don't
Oh man.
spoil the show that ended 25, 30 years. I don't know. Wait, can I share my great news
Yes, please.
that you already know?
Oh,
But because we discussed it on the last episode, I want to provide an update to the
okay.
listeners that
Please.
we got rid of the iPads for the young children
Oh,
of the Los
yes.
Angeles community.
This is a
We
big
did it.
deal.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
It wa-
incredible.
yeah. Mike is taking all the credit because he spoke at 2 board meetings.
He did?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I did
And he
not know
was one
that.
of the only like they had a lot of trouble getting dads to speak. Like it was just a
Oh,
lot of moms. So, I could
okay.
see how he would have stood out
Yeah.
and people listen to men.
Yes,
So,
sadly, yeah.
yeah, maybe it was him. He got through to them cuz he said something vaguely threatening like we will not let up. It is only going to get more annoying for you if you don't
See,
now.
confrontation.
Yes.
This is
It
good.
works.
Yeah.
It does work.
He'd be a good
And
lawyer.
it's crazy because it's like he described the blank faces of the board members when he was talking and when everyone else was talking. And
Yeah.
so it was so gratifying. So I took the boys in person to the final
Yeah.
board meeting last week
Uh-huh.
where they were voting on the resolution, and it's like all of the board members just like emerged from their shells and were like, yeah, we hate these two. Like, we have kids
Oh,
and we know how bad it is. And it was just like
okay.
the whole time, like in their heads, they were like, yeah, obviously these people are right. But
Yeah.
it didn't emerge until the last meeting that they really did agree with us all along. And it's amazing. We'll find out like more details. Right now, it's just the iPads are eliminated for TK through first graders.
Okay.
I don't know what's going to happen in second grade, but I hope uh, there isn't too much screen time in because second grade is still so young.
Yeah. No, there shouldn't
Like,
be any at school ever for,
no,
I mean,
no, like
like,
I could see like typing papers
oh, come on.
when you get to middle school. Like,
At
that's kind
home.
of,
You can do that at
yeah,
home.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't need, I mean, and then if you don't, if you don't have a laptop, if you don't have access to a computer or whatever at home, then they have a system in place where you can like take a laptop
Yeah,
home with
borrow
you
one.
if you need
Yes.
one. Um, but yeah, why do you need to be doing that at school? Because I
Well, and
was
at
freaked
this,
out. What?
all right, no, go ahead.
Here, I'll just say the thing about
Wait,
the third
after.
graders, because like I always tell you about how freaked out I was watching the kindergartners hunched over on the iPads. But I
Oh,
also was freaked out by the third graders who, like, it was like a dead silent classroom. And it was just a bunch of third graders on their Chromebooks doing whatever on their Chromebooks. And to me, that was eerie too.
that
Because
is
it's just a good
eerie.
way to get the kids to shut up, because they're locked in on the screens.
It's not good.
They should be
I
getting
mean,
in trouble for talking to each other.
well, and also at this point, like with the AI and everything, like just go back to like typewriters and handwriting essays. Like that's the only way you'll
Yeah,
know.
right. It's the only way to not cheat,
Well, and you
right?
still might not know. I mean, if they're like copying it from ChatGPT, I
Right. You could
guess
still, but at
get
least
them to
it's
write
so
it,
much harder.
or like make them write it in the room. Like
Yeah, do it in the room.
don't
And then,
access anything.
because I don't really agree with having homework, especially in the younger grades. So that's a
I
good
hate
way.
homework should not
So don't,
exist. Yeah.
no, no, it's crazy. So that's a good way. Like, if you have homework, then you can cheat. So just
Yes,
don't
exactly.
have homework
Just don't have homework. Honestly, homework is what started my downward trajectory in school for
because you just
sure.
didn't want to do the homework.
They started being worried about me at school because I just the homework was half-assed, because I was
Mhm.
tired. I didn't want to do. It was already an 8 hour day in sixth grade or whatever, and like I didn't want to do like some big French project at home.
No,
Like,
that's crazy.
oh,
When does your brain ever get to rest?
but then like all the other kids were doing fine. That's what was so crazy. I was like, how are they not? How I don't know. It was just bizarre to me. I didn't
Right.
know. I never understood.
Adderall wasn't a thing then, right? It wasn't like every
No,
kid was
it
on it
was
at that
just
point.
like maybe in its infancy. But my mother's always opposed medications for mental stuff. So that's
Hmm.
another story. But she just kept being like, they don't know the long term effects. But no, they did. My parents didn't really believe in it. They believed we had ADD, but they thought it was basically like something we should be able to overcome naturally.
Interesting.
Yeah. So they
I mean,
like believed it was a label, but they also were like,
right.
you got to fix that.
But did they do anything
Mm.
like, so I get being reluctant to medicate your
It
kids, but
wasn't an option. I mean,
did they do something else? Did they do other like come up with strategies
I
to
mean,
get them to
first
do
of
work?
all, they only really at that point thought my brother had it because I was a girl, right? So
Right.
I was
Yeah.
just they were just like Rena spaces out a lot, you
Right.
know.
She's so ditzy.
She just needs to focus. Yeah. Get her head out of the clouds, like organize her cubby, like just stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my parents were just like, yeah, because she's a creative genius.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
smarter than you. That's why she can't do her homework.
Right. She's a
It's a too
bohemian.
it's a menial task. Her room is messy because she is an artist.
Right. I mean, these are the stuff I always say all this stuff, but they were saying that for you. That's
They were
beautiful.
saying it, so then I was like, yeah, like I'm special, but then they wanted my grades up. I mean, at a certain point, yeah, they wanted the grades up once they mattered in high school. I mean,
Yeah.
but then they just tried to like basically bribe me, and it just didn't work. They'd be like, "We'll get you your own computer." I mean, I really wanted it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't get my grades
Didn't
up.
have it in you.
No, I couldn't do it. I really tried. I really tried. Yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah, and it really felt like I was like, something is wrong with me because everyone else seemed to be just floating along. Like they're like, "What do you mean? The teacher tells you to do this thing, you do it, and then you memorize the stuff, you get the A, and then it's fine."
And
Like
then
what's
you
wrong with you?
forget all about it immediately.
Yeah, they didn't care. I retained more information from high school than all my
Right, because
friends
you
that
just
got
had
their grade.
less you had less to retain. But that's
I was
good.
listening. I mean, a lot of like it's like my long term. A lot of it was going to my long term memory because that was the only way I could retain the information. They could
Mhm.
utilize their perfectly good working memory, short term memory, put it
Right,
in and
right.
take it
Like
out.
flashcards.
Yeah, I couldn't do. I like this. It's a short. A lot of ADD is just working memory problems. Like you put something on a shelf in your brain, and then you go back for it, and it's gone. You're like, I'm gonna need this information later, and then you go back for it, and you're like, it's gone. Yeah, poof. Like, where did I put my keys? I know I was like, I need to remember where I put my keys, but the actual information has left my brain. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think a lot of the work was like busy work like that. I don't know. That's my suspicion. I don't actually know enough about it, but no. I mean, my mom. They just, yeah, they thought I just had to like figure it out. It's like boomer mentality. Like, just do it. You know.
Right, right. Why
It
can't
was
you just do
ultimately
it?
like you're being a little lazy. You just kind of don't want to do the work, but you just have to do it. You know. So there's a lot of that. And then I was like, yeah, why can't I do it? And I was like, I guess I'm a rebel.
Oh, so you kind of assumed this, like, bad
I was
girl.
like, I guess I'm anti-establishment if I won't do the stuff, like
Right, because that's how if
clearly
that's how
this
they
is
framed it, like, "Just do it." These were the authority figures saying, "Just do it." And you're like, "Well, what if I don't?"
what if I can't? I mean, since I can't,
Right,
and I'm
right,
also a genius.
right. You can justify it. Yeah, you can justify it by being like, uh,
I'm
"I learned from the streets." Like,
yeah, I must just be Janis Joplin,
mhm,
like
mhm.
or something. But I did spend a lot of time just like listening to Tori Amos and crying for sure, just like straight up. Um, but it was yeah, I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand like consciously what was happening at all.
Did you ever talk to your parents about that later on? Like, or did they ever have any regrets about how they handled it?
Oh yeah, I mean my mom loves to obsess about the past. I try not to with her too much because it's a lot of like poking old bruises for no reason. I mean she gave me a book in university like about ADD. She kept being like, if you read this book, you'll figure it out and cure it. Like
Yeah.
read. It's called Driven to Distraction. The
You were like,
book.
"How am I supposed to read the book? I'm too distracted."
I'm like, I skimmed this at best, even though I find the subject matter fascinating. Like, anyway. But no, university also, I was drowning. I mean, that's another story. But I don't want to make this a whole long Rena biographical episode again.
Well, do you think you're like, unless you don't wanna get into your own child's like, do you think he could have ADD? Or, like I mean, he's
There's
2.
going to be something going on. I mean, we don't know what it'll be, but we both have ADD. I might have other stuff too. Like, I don't know. I've never been formally diagnosed. So I just don't know. But we'll see. I mean, like, I, my best friend I made in Brooklyn, or like, she is like autistic, and her special interest is early childhood development, and she has two kids. And so she's talked to me a lot about it, but it's like, so she's like, yeah, he's definitely neurodivergent. Something's going on, but like, you know, I,
Mm.
I just feel like cross every bridge when you get to it. Like,
Yeah, the
I
need
don't know.
to diagnose and put your kid in a box when they're really young and just being like, "Oh, well, I had it, so they definitely have it." Like, I can see how it can be helpful, to do that, so, because you're like, well, I'm prepared to deal with it because I went through this. But then also, it seems like a self-fulfilling prophecy thing.
Well,
Where
it
you,
doesn't feel the same to me as it would someone who doesn't have it. Like I don't see it as this big problem.
right? Yeah, yeah,
Like, so I'm just like to me it's just apples and oranges. Like I think ADD is just it's another type of person. Like so it's like it doesn't feel like a negative let's say descriptor. So it's like it doesn't feel like a box so much as like if he needs I don't even know what the support would be. Like uh but I think it's just we're prepared for the inevitability. Obviously, if he's not, like, great, like then there's no need for
yeah.
any
He'll
intervention.
take
Like,
care of everything in that house.
well, he'll just function, like with school and stuff. Like, there won't be, we won't. Then then there's no problem with us thinking he was and then he wasn't. Then it's like, all right, he's fine. I don't
Right,
know.
it'd be
He'll
great. Breeze
function
through
easily
school.
in society. Like, it's
Yeah, yeah,
go ahead. We'll just be messy and he'll.
yeah. You'll be the punk
As parents,
parent,
it might
and
be
he's the
frustrating
yeah.
for him to have parents that have ADD, like, but no, I mean, like, but the odds are definitely stacked. I mean, they say now it's genetic, so the odds are stacked a certain way, like, but it's not a negative. Like, that's the thing. I think a lot of people hear that as like, oh, he's definitely like, I don't know, like something's definitely wrong with him,
Right.
and that's not
Yeah,
really
I
how I
almost
mean
said did I end up saying it? I almost said the word doomed.
it. Yeah, doomed. Yeah. See, I don't see it that way. I'm like, there's pros and cons, like it definitely doesn't jive well with the system we're in presently,
Yeah, and certainly the way school is set up. Which is probably, I don't know, you went to a really hard school, but I think in general in this country, school has gotten a lot harder in terms of like sitting still and doing more worksheets and having less
Well,
recess
that's
time.
yeah, but that's
And that
California really appealed to me because of the outdoor factor, like that some of the schools you're like outside in between classes, like or outside at lunch, like in terms of the
yeah.
climate, like
Yeah, in
I'm like
Arizona,
it's
our high school was all outside. Like you would just walk outside all the time. Not
yeah, like that
good.
really I think would have helped me just to have those few moments even of just like
Mhm.
outdoor time.
Transitioning outside, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably really good.
so I mean that's part of, that, and like also like Brooklyn's very stimulating. It's just a lot of stimulus all the time, which is like not so great, you know, for
Mm,
neurodivergent people. Like, so it's like there's some factors that play there for the event, and look, yeah, if he doesn't have it, fine, like he seems different than the other kids to me, but I mean he would anyway because he's my kid. So I'm like I can't be
right,
objective at
you
all.
see him as special, which no, I mean, okay, at this point, you know that he gets overwhelmed by, like, lots of other kids and lots of
I
stimulation,
mean,
right?
I don't think he's no. He only gets overwhelmed if he's hungry. It's honestly that one's more about me.
Oh,
I
I
get
see.
overwhelmed if it's like a room full of kids, like pretty
Okay.
crowded. Like
But
I
maybe
cannot
you're,
function.
like, projecting some energy that makes if
I
you're
think
overwhelmed.
I was just like mother. Your mother's mental health is like a huge, well, supposedly determining factor. So I'm like, if it's good for me, it's probably good for him. Like so whatever.
Mhm.
Like
Well, and then
because
when you
there's
say
no.
just wait, in terms of ADD being genetic, is it, like, definitely, like, in the DNA, or is it just, like, an ADD mother is more likely to foster an
It's
ADD
DNA. Yeah.
child? Okay.
It's DNA. I mean, most of the way kids turn out anyway is not nurture. It's nature. Like most of it. I
Hmm.
think. I could be wrong. Look, I'm no scientist. This
I
is
mean, I
my
like that. That really
these are people I've
stretch it.
heard that said this in a believable way and I believed them. So take it with a grain of salt. But
So
I do believe
ADD,
that.
because some people say it's like a trauma response, right? Like,
No, trauma response has similar symptoms, but it's not ADD. You
mhm.
can have similar symptoms to ADD when you're traumatized. I mean, like, yeah, but
But you
that's
don't
not
you
the
don't believe
same.
ADD is a trauma response.
I don't know. But if you ask my mother, my mother was like, whatever. She was like, maybe because my brother had a difficult birth, like, she's like, maybe that's why, like,
Oh, that
like,
explains your brother's ADD?
she's like, they had to use the forceps, like, and we were like, okay, like,
I appreciate that
yeah,
line of thinking, though. I can relate to that.
yeah. I mean, she said it to him, but anyway, like, yeah.
She's not blaming him. She's just, like,
Like,
thinking.
maybe your brain got smushed, and that's why you're like some messed
If
up things
anything,
are
it should
coming
really
from
take the heat off. He's like, "It's the
Well, my
forceps."
brother's like a lot of people look up to my brother. Like he's like not,
Great. Like,
some
he's great, right? He's doing
he's like
fine.
great and very smart, like has a career, like has a
Right.
PhD, you know.
Meanwhile, your mom's like, "Those forceps really
He's like
mangled your
that your
brain."
brain got smushed, my kids are all messed up. Like it just doesn't matter what we do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
But that's
Yeah,
like
in a way, it takes the pressure off her. Like, well, doomed. Yeah,
oh,
doomed
I
by the
see.
forceps. Yeah.
I see.
So
No,
she
I
did.
don't think we have ADD because of our parents, although they didn't give us chores, which I do think having to do chores would have probably helped us in the long run. ADD or no ADD, we should have had
Yeah. No,
chores.
I think they're good for everyone.
I do. I mean, like, I kind of wish I had had chores, but I made up for it as an adult. I mean, like in college or right after college, I was like, I became a cleaning lady and stuff. Like, I was like, I have to learn how to do all this stuff. I had like a boyfriend whose dad was a chef and he like taught me how to cook. Like I just had to learn everything from like my peers, like or by doing stuff. Like
But then you felt like that was good for you too.
that was good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
No, I
yeah.
think I wish I had had more responsibility as a kid because I feel like I
Yeah,
didn't really become confident until I got a job when I was 16
yeah.
at Mervyn's, um, which is
Mervin's?
a department store. It was a
Mervin's.
department store chain, and it
Okay.
shuttered in I think by 2008, the end of 2008. But
Okay.
that was my first job, and I wasn't very good at it at first. I think because I was not used to like having to
Working.
work, you know.
Yeah.
But I was like great at it, and it finally gave me like so much. I feel like it gave me a lot of confidence, and I like
Yes.
learned how to talk to people because my parents are be very introverted.
Oh,
So
really?
like it was really great to be forced to talk to people all the time. Like it was a very busy mall.
Uh-huh.
The store was in a very busy mall. So in like, Black Friday, like there was always it was a very busy place. So I always had to be interacting with people. And I
Okay.
had to deal with people like threw shoes at me. Like I dealt with like a lot of crazy
Wait,
customers.
wait.
Yes, I had shoes thrown at
Like
me because I
like
worked in the
George
shoe
W.
department.
Bush?
What?
Like George W. Bush?
Oh
I had
yeah,
a
God.
shoe.
He and I have a lot more in common than I thought.
I mean, who threw shoes at you? People threw shoes at
Yeah,
you?
some customer I can't even remember at this point what exactly happened. I had managers get mad at me. I had customers get mad at me,
Everyone was
because
mad
I,
at
like,
you, but you
didn't
were
yeah.
good at your job.
Oh, yeah, I was just, like, above it all. Well, you wanna know something crazy? The manager who got mad at me, um, there was this manager who was really mean to me all the time,
Okay.
and I finally stood up to her, and after that, like, I said something I, like, talked back to her. Like, I said something that, like, you're not supposed to say to your boss when you're, like, 16 years old, and you haven't been working there long. But then after that,
Mm.
she was nice to me forever, for the rest of the time I worked there.
Oh, it's like fighting your bully.
Yes, yes, it really works.
If you just give him one good punch,
Mhm. And in the
they'll leave you
moment, it was
alone.
like she was clearly mad at me, but then after that,
Do you remember what you said? Was it the C word?
it was the C word. It was the word clearly. Like she said something, now and I can't remember, like and then I said, "Clearly," in a sarcastic way.
Ah, and then that was
So,
that.
that's the new C word. If you ever want to stick it to your bully.
Clearly. That's
Just imagine, like, a 16-year-old and I'm, like, wearing my, like, little dress from Forever 21, you know?
There's a good store. But yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think it does. It gives you autonomy. Like I think I felt um I mean infantilized, I don't know if that's the right word, but that I could never participate in the housework, that it's like I was never thought of as capable to
Right, right.
do.
Oh, yeah, because you're the little bohemian genius who can't be bothered to.
Right. But then there was this passive aggressiveness of like, why aren't you helping? But also, you won't do it right. I'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
But I also understand, like, it's a habit from when kids are little that it's like, I'll take a break from being with the kid to wash some dishes, like, just to let my mind, like, go back to stasis or whatever.
Right, and I'm sure and they're also like, it'll just be faster and be
Yeah,
done better if I
faster.
do it,
I won't
like,
have
if
to do it a
my parents
second time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
it's
it
like,
is
yeah,
better
that
for the kids.
it's better for the kids. And overall, it's better for you too. I mean, like, now when my kid takes his dish to the sink or throws things in the garbage, it is like, like, I'm glad I didn't have to do that. Thank you. That's nice,
Yeah, yeah, no, it yeah, and it might be a slower process, but it's actually
But
helpful.
it's actually helpful once they learn how to do it. And it's not such a steep learning curve. It's like maybe like a month or two of like, no, it's like this, and then
Mhm. No,
when
I
you
remember
do
the
it,
first time my kid brought his dish to the sink, and maybe he had successfully done it with, like, plastic dishes, but he just went up to the sink and, like, dropped a ceramic bowl in there
smashed it.
and just shattered everywhere. Thanks
Yeah,
for,
yeah, he does
bringing
like
your
to
dish to
throw
the
them
sink.
sometimes. Yeah. The thought was good, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want to make a conscious effort for that because that's not going to come naturally to me. Because and even still, like with cleaning, I still just kick them both out of the house and just clean the whole house. Like,
Oh,
which
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
probably eventually have to stop doing that and be like, you
Oh,
do
I
this
know.
and you do that,
But,
and
yeah, we always do that too, except it's
yeah,
Mike, like, Mike will usually be the one to
right.
do a
Because
whole
Mike
big
has
clean.
our Ashkenazi OCD situation.
Yeah, good, good, good. I'll tell them that that's
Yeah.
just innate in him, and that's why he
It's
has to.
what's kept the plague away.
So, yeah, it's been working for years
Yeah,
and years and years.
yeah. For some things, other things not so much. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well,
Um,
I did have a friend whose parents gave her her allowance only after she did her chores. I don't know about that one.
I mean, that was the way it was for me too. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, just kind of I do feel like the chores should just be done because you're a member of
You
the
just have to do
household.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a member of the household. You're going to be a member of society. You are a member of society. So this is
Yeah.
just something you got to do.
Well, and everyone's always like, men have those bachelor pads with like no, like they don't take care of their homes or whatever.
Hmm.
Men. So I don't know if that's, I guess we'll see if that's nature or nurture.
Oh, if your child ends up having a disgusting bachelor pad.
I mean, if we get them to clean regularly,
Yeah,
will it,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm a lot messier than any man, so I'm already throwing off that stereotype. I'm very disgusting. He just
I mean, I
doesn't.
can let things be a mess, like, but I also know that eventually I'm going to kick everyone out and clean it all. Like,
Right, so
so I'm
that's
like,
reassuring. You're like, there's a light at the end of the
hey,
tunnel.
there might be a bunch of cups near my side of the bed right now.
Oh, it's always
And,
the cups.
you
Women
know,
love cups, cups by the side of the
cups.
bed.
Well, I consume liquid and I need a
No, I
cup.
always have my cup, and then I get annoyed because Mike will, like, put it in this and I was like, "But that was my cup. That was my cup
That
for
was
the
the cup.
day." Like, I
The
was gonna
cup.
drink water from that cup all day. But he just sees it and he's
Right.
like, "This
I
is
leave it
so
by the
stupid."
sink. Yes, because you don't want to keep washing a cup every time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just water. You just wanna drink your cup of water,
I should just get you a water bottle.
because then he won't touch the water bottle.
Right. Because that's a water bottle. I'll get you
Yeah.
like a.
No, that's a good idea.
There's actually a water bottle I really like right now, but I'm not gonna name it. It's too trendy, but it's very good. The straw is very good.
Okay.
Get
Well,
a lot of
get
water
one
at
for me
once.
too. Wow, are you getting
I'll
me a
get one for
gift?
you. Maybe we should get podcast branded.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hydrate, mothers.
We need a guy. Oh, maybe someone will reach out to us and tell us that they'll do our merchandise because we did I received an email from
What?
someone who wants to make our podcast better, which I found very offensive.
Do they
Um,
have? Are they related to a prince in Uganda? Is this a real email?
I think it was like the podcast doctor or something. And he was
Oh
like,
God.
I found your podcast, and if you would like it to not sound like absolute garbage, I will, I will do your mixing. Oh, something like I'll remove your ums. Which I'm like,
Okay.
those are my words, okay? I don't need you coming in here
Um,
and removing my
those
words.
ums are very relatable. People say
Right?
all the
People hear
time.
the ums and they're like, I do that too. I love this
Celebrities.
podcast.
They're just like
Yes.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Oh,
real yeah, I feel like the good podcasts that I listen to, they don't edit that stuff out.
they say
Yeah, and there was an option to do that on our podcasting platform, and
Oh, really?
I tried it, and it sounded insane. It just
Yeah,
sounded,
I know.
you don't wanna add more edits than you
No,
absolutely need. It was very
no,
jarring.
no. You're doing a great job with the editing. I think
So, no
taking
thank
out
you. No thank you, podcast doctor.
no podcast doctor. It's a man.
Something like that. I think
Oh,
they might
great.
have just signed it the podcast doctor. I don't know
Podcast
if it's a
doctor.
female. I don't know where they got their
Okay, so this is
degree.
okay. This is like that stupid riddle where it's like the doctor's a woman. Didn't think of that, huh? You know what I'm talking about? The doctor's his mother.
No, but only a man would
Um,
be so annoying as to
that's what I'm saying.
seek
There's
out our
no way.
services. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a drop of estrogen in that email.
But if you're still, but maybe they're just a fan. So if you're listening, podcast doctor, thanks for sticking with us despite the atrocious
Yeah.
quality.
Look, if I ever want to get checked for podcast heart disease, I'll send you an email.
You can get an EKG
Yeah.
from
You can send me to a podcast specialist who can see.
can
Give
refer
me
you.
okay, podcast cardiac arrest. Am I
But
gonna die?
I think
Imagine
that
if I
means we've
died
made
on
it.
this podcast. What?
I think that means we've made it, by the way, if we're getting
Oh, because
emails.
someone thinks they can do a better job.
There's someone looking to check out all the new podcasts and um
They're aware of us.
yeah. Yeah. We're making a
I mean,
splash.
so far we've pretty much just annoyed people. I feel like
Have we
everyone's just
I
like-
don't think we've annoyed enough people.
No, we're not done being annoying, that's for sure. We'll find more people to annoy. I mean, I think I'm pretty good at being annoying. That comes with being a younger child, don't you think? Knowing how to annoy.
Yeah, I think that must be why we're so annoying. Yeah, and Mike's a younger child too, also notoriously
Yeah.
annoying.
I mean, with my husband, there's really no explanation. He's just annoying. I saw the librarian again.
You did. This is what I've been waiting for.
I gave her the classic white person. Then that's it.
That was it.
Just little white person.
When you walk by, you do that.
Just like
yeah.
That was it.
But did she do it back to you?
Nothing. Not a thing.
Did she make eye contact?
Yes.
And that was it.
That was it.
Do you think she remembered?
I have no idea. I mean, I came in with my child. I mean, for another kid thing, like Ready Set Kindergarten is what they call it.
Ready Set Kindergarten?
It's just they just read some stories and there's a craft. That's it. It's not,
And then they go off to kindergarten?
It's a classroom. Gets them used to a classroom environment. But honestly, the guy who does it is always like, he's like, I haven't had coffee yet. I guess I'll read these books. Like,
okay, that's kind of fun.
I mean, he just always seems a little bit like, all right, you guys are lively today. Like,
he's insulting his audience.
What?
He's insulting
he's just
his
like
audience?
very like, whoa, this is a lot. Like it always seems like he went out drinking the night before.
Okay, that's
like,
cool.
You're doing this for toddlers. Like they're gonna be a lot. He seems surprised every time.
By how like lively and loud the toddlers are.
Yeah, well, especially obviously my kid is like going up to the front and is like, but I think he's just he participates a lot.
I see. I
You'll
see.
see.
And
We'll be
he's
going
not
to
ready.
story time together soon.
I mean, I'm just impressed that there's a man doing this.
Oh yeah, they have men in the at the New York system. There's men for sure doing. There's one of them is incredible. I saw him on the street. I was like, we are huge fans. Like he
Really?
does the thing. It's called Brainy Babies. They have like different programs and they tour the libraries. Um, but he is like so good and clearly loves doing it. Um, we saw him at a different library. Then he was at our library. You never know who it's going to be because Brainy Babies, like a bunch of different people do it, but he was so good. He was so good. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Yeah, what's this cough?
we're,
This cough is a little
we're a little sick over here.
I'm keeping that in. I'm going to keep the cough in and maybe we'll get an email from a real doctor who will diagnose.
It'll be like you have a cold. Yeah. That's always the worst slash best, I guess, when you bring your kid in and they're like, yeah, he has a cold. Like, just give him fluids. What are you doing here?
Has
Get
that
out of my
happened to
office.
you?
It happened one time. I wanted them to check for an ear infection because my kid had been like, my ear hurts, this ear. He had said it the
Mhm.
night before and he'd had a fever. So I was like, I guess we should check for an ear infection. And then he checked and he was like, yeah, no, he's fine. Give him fluids. Get out of my
All right.
office.
Huge waste
Seriously.
of
Like,
time. Yeah.
why did you come in? Yeah. So, but I did get to see the doctor that everyone had been talking about in the parent chat with the big guns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were they right?
Everybody, yeah. Yeah. Everybody was like, this doctor is jacked. And they were right. He's
They were right.
jacked.
All right. And now you can safely move back to Los Angeles.
Yeah. Now that I've seen the jack doctor at Tribeca Pediatrics. Do I sound okay? Should I drink water? Is this okay?
Do you have water within reach?
No,
You gotta keep water. Or wait,
I
where's
don't.
your oh, I didn't even tell you. You know how you had a cherry Coke Zero on the last
Yes.
podcast? So later
Yeah.
that day, I went to
Yeah.
Target and I
Yeah.
got a fountain cherry Coke Zero.
Oh, fountain's even better.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, if you can get it from a fountain, why would you get it anywhere else?
That's good
From a
stuff. Yeah.
Coca-Cola freestyle machine.
Oh, it's the
You can
best. Yeah.
really custumize.
Of
I think
course. Yeah.
it's like all I ended up getting at Target was that fountain drink.
Wow, I really gave you a craving, huh? Yeah, I always get at the AMC theater. I'll get like half cherry, half
Oh yeah.
vanilla,
Mhm,
Coke
mhm.
Zero,
Oh, it's so fun.
like extra large. Yeah, it's so good. I mean, if there's one thing that's really rubbed off on me from American culture, it's that I love the taste of poison. Oof,
So
so
good.
good.
Well, you know, what gave me a lot of confidence was I used to really avoid diet soda, but
Yeah.
then uh my grandpa, who's, 85 and a half, was telling me about his like diet Pepsi habit when he used to like fly on planes all the time. Um,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, he had them. He's still here. He's doing all right.
Oh
So
yeah.
maybe they're not so bad.
It really doesn't matter. I mean, I saw an interview with a 103-year-old, and they're
Mhm.
like, "What's the secret?" And he was like, "Alcohol."
Good, good.
He
Just
named a
what you
couple
need
of
to
other
hear.
things, but like he definitely said, he was like, "Alcohol, company of good women." Like, it's like, all right.
Hell yeah. Every
Yeah,
STD is just running on
yeah.
alcohol and STDs.
Yeah. Unless there's like something really weird in the water, it's genetics. Like that's what I think. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah. There's nothing you
Unless
can
you're
do.
like near some kind of spill, like
Yeah. Oh yeah. There can be environmental factors, I think. That
yes, yes, like the whatever they put in the fertilizer these days. But if there's like extra bad stuff, But like generally, I think it's just genetic. I mean, like it's random. My grandmother lived till she was 100 and I think 106.
Oh
It's a long
wow.
time. Yeah.
What was her favorite diet soda?
She I mean she drank coffee for sure. But she was all about just like what's the word? Equanimity, where you like not too much, not too little, like everything
Yeah,
just
moderation. Yeah,
small.
that's what they say.
Moderation. She's all about moderation. Yeah. Something I could never
Did
relate
she
to.
get worked like in terms of like stress levels? Like, do you feel like she was an anxious person or did she, you know, keep it chill?
It's hard to say because she was from such a different era. It was a lot of, like I said last time, like formality, like if there were stronger feel. Also, I was her granddaughter, so it's like, how am I going to see? But you're always kind of in a good mood around your grandchildren, I think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Got to keep it together.
Yeah, so I don't know, but I think there was a lot of tumult in her family history with like coming over on a boat when she was 2 and like just being immigrants and poverty. I think she was just very even keeled. Like very very like what's the word where you're just like that's reality. What's the word? I'm not going to remember. There's definitely an A in it. That helps.
Wait, an adjective?
Pragmatic. Pragmatic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She would always say everything is copacetic. That was like her,
Okay. So
which I
maybe
think is
that's the
like the
catchphrase.
1930s version of saying everything's cool. Like,
Everything's copacetic. That's what she would say.
yeah,
Okay.
it's
Well, that's how we're
copacetic.
gonna end this episode. Is we're gonna say everything's copacetic.
Everything is copacetic. If you say it, speak truth into existence,
All
Paige.
right. Let's do it at the same time.
Okay. Ev-
Everything
everything copacetic.